You did have another 15 seconds.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We will now move to the third question, and Ms. Lozelle will be the first to answer this question. 4 stories on Old Cutler Road, yes or no?
Yes, I think it would be the 4 stories on Old Cutler Road. I looked at the plans, I looked at the charrettes that we had in the town, and I think that it is something that can be really beautiful and make it a very hometown, quaint environment, a walking environment. I think that it will really bring the people in the community together. I think that when you look at the street, you still have your 35-foot setback from Old Cutler Road.
You don't.
So you can have your grass and your trees and your area, and then you have your buildings, so you can have multi-use. I think it would be, be very aesthetically pleasing. I think that we need to do something with Old Cutler Road. It is not where it needs to be right now, and if you go down further in the Gables and Coconut Grove, and you come this way, and as you get down to this area, it kind of doesn't look very good. And I think that that it would be very nice and very aesthetically pleasing, and I think it would bring a lot more businesses and people to our town if we had a little bit more development on there. And the charrette, that's what the people want.
Thank you. Mr. Barentine, you have 3 minutes to reply. I'm sorry. 4 stories on Old Cutler Road, yes or no?
Absolutely not. The original charrette, unless I'm forgetting something, did not call for 4-story buildings. It was 2 to 3-story buildings. I think people were okay with that. I don't think really anybody wanted 3-story buildings. I think 2 was more what people were looking for, something the height of Publix and things like that. 4-story buildings on Old Cutler Road, can you imagine what the nightmare of traffic is going to be? We do not have the infrastructure right now. I haven't gone Old Cutler Road in 3 years in the morning time, but when I did 3 years ago, when I have to go downtown, it would take me an hour and 20 minutes. 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. I'm all for beautifying Old Cutler Road. I think there's improvements that can be made. There's a lot that can be done, but quite frankly, we're not Coral Gables and we're not Coconut Grove, and I don't want to be. If I wanted to be, look like Coconut Grove or Coral Gables, I'd go live there. There's a quaintness to Cutler Bay, and I think sometimes people, get a vision of something that's really not there. Look at what happened with Pembroke Pines. They had these grand visions of having this big facility in the middle of the town square or whatever it was, and it's $1 million nightmare for them. The property value's gone down. They haven't been able to develop anything. The town is losing money left and right over it. I just don't think it's the right thing to do. I mean, if we want to bring in more business, let's do it over where the mall is. I don't have any problem, putting bigger buildings over where the mall is in that area. You can bring in I know nobody wants a big box retailer like a Target, but we've got to look at. There's going to be things that we have to do to bring in business, and we may have to start thinking on things that we haven't already done before, and to look at maybe bringing a big box in. I know there was an issue with I think it was Jumperoos was the business. I think they were looking for an exemption because they wanted to do about a 35 or 40,000 square foot building, and the town council made the right decision. They made the right decision to go ahead and allow it over in that area because it was the right thing to do to bring in new business, and it's not going to affect what's going on in people's backyards. We've got Lakes by the Bay, we've got Whispering Pines, we've got Saga Bay. We're 4-story buildings, and the lack